On April 14, 1865, Abraham Lincoln was assassinated at Ford's Theater. He was the 16th President of the United States. Exactly 124 years later, a Japanese company released a video game console in North America, the Sega Genesis. While these appear to be isolated points in human history, they are bound by a precise chain of cause and effect. Tracing the corporate origins of the arcade industry reveals that the 16-bit Sega Genesis was the result of Abraham Lincoln's final presidential act. Hours before leaving for the theater, Lincoln signed his final piece of federal legislation. He was responding to a massive economic vulnerability. During the Civil War, nearly one-third of all American currency in circulation was forged. This legislation created the United States Secret Service, a specialized task force assembled to hunt down counterfeiters and secure the nation's currency. Lincoln's final victory was standardizing the American coin and protecting its integrity for the next century. By stabilizing the coinage, the Secret Service inadvertently provided the mechanical foundation for an amusement industry that would emerge 75 years later. In 1940, a company called Standard Games launched in Hawaii, focusing exclusively on serving U.S. military personnel. Their business model relied on providing mechanical, coin-operated amusement machines to soldiers on these bases. This hardware required a trustworthy, standardized coin to function. Without the uniform currency Lincoln secured, these machines would have frequently jammed or failed. In 1951, the U.S. government banned slot machines on military bases, forcing the company into an immediate crisis. To survive, the company relocated to Japan, distributing their machines to U.S. military bases located overseas. The arcade industry survived its infancy by utilizing military logistics and the standardized coin protected by the 16th president. To reflect their new overseas military clientele, the company rebranded as Service Games. Abbreviating this new identity yields the brand name Sega. As consumer habits evolved, Sega pivoted from these coin-operated mechanical cabinets toward the development of digital home consoles. An 1860s anti-counterfeit law forced a Hawaiian slot machine distributor to become a Japanese gaming corporation. Sega eventually released the Sega Genesis to capture the global home console market. Their marketing campaign focused on a single mathematical specification to differentiate the hardware from its predecessors. They branded the Genesis as a 16-bit machine, placing that number at the center of the console's identity. The 16th president spent his final day securing the coin that allowed the arcade to exist, an industry that eventually produced a dominant 16-bit digital empire. The timeline is an unbroken link, from a counterfeit crisis and a military slot machine to a global gaming phenomenon. When you trace it all back, the Sega Genesis stands as the direct technological descendant of Abraham Lincoln's final legislative victory. History is a complex web of these unintended consequences. Stay dizzy, my friends, and welcome to the Timeline Circus.